Whenever you rent or buy a video, you need to be sure that the film you choose is suitable for the audience at home. To help you, there are certificates given to films which tell you broadly what the film is like. This film has been classified 18, which means it's for adults only. It's an offence for your shop to supply an 18 video to anyone under that age, so don't ask them to break the law. An 18 film will certainly have an adult theme and might well contain strong scenes of sex or violence, which could be quite graphic. It may also contain some very explicit language, which will frequently mean sexual swear words. The video certificates are there to give you the chance to make an informed choice. They allow you to have peace of mind and be entertained. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the film.
Hello there.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of the Q&A. So I hope you enjoyed the previous one. Some lots of great questions in there, and I hope I answered them to the way that you wanted them. So I answered them honestly and truthfully as I do with everything. So obviously this is part 2. I'll also put the wheel of names at the end for the giveaway as well. So we'll just crack straight on into it. So the last video was nearly half an hour long, so I don't know how long this one will be. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a bit shorter, but we'll see what comes up. So the first question is, I'm really sorry about this. I've obviously deleted who the question was from, so if this is one of your questions, I'm very sorry. I've accidentally wiped your name off. So it says, have you ever been on TV? The answer to your question is almost. So I was going to be on a TV series a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago now, called This Time Next Year. It was about people who were looking to change things about their lives, and it was sort of filmed over the basis of a year, and it was an ITV show. So I was due to be on that. I went up to ITV studios in London and filmed the first part of it in the studio with Davina McCall. That was really quite an interesting experience. Things happened, work got in the way. I just started a new job, and I was sort of trying to deal with a few things as well in my own personal life, and I sort of pulled out. Just said to them, I can't commit to this. I'm really sorry, but that's probably the closest I've really sort of been really on TV. So that's that. So the next one is from Big Maccabee Pop Ginger. So what is the next convention you plan to go to? I was going to take a little bit of a hiatus this year for conventions, just purely because of COVID. I have, funny enough, had a conversation today with my wife and sort of spoke about possibly going up to Collectormania in Birmingham in September. Not confirmed whether I will do it or not yet, just purely because if I get COVID, I will only have a window of about 6 weeks to get over it. As sort of roughly about 6 to 8 weeks later, I'll be flying out to Vegas. So I really want to sort of make sure that I stay fit and healthy, and that I can go out there safely with not having COVID. So at the moment, it's a bit up in the air. So it may well happen, it may not. I won't make a decision really till nearer the time, but it is that one is a really good convention. You get a lot of sports stars there. So I've been a couple of times to that one. Is really good fun. Some great people there, and there are already some great people there that I would really love to meet, especially if you are like a Game of Thrones fan, or if you enjoyed The Witcher. Some Witcher guests there. But again, they'll start announcing some sports stars as well. They've had like Gaza, Michael Owen, Carl Froch, Frank Bruno. They've had some really sort of big names sort of in the names of sport. So yeah, it is a good one to go to. So even if I don't go, I would thoroughly recommend to maybe check it out. And then, what is the most you've spent on an autograph or a photograph of a celebrity? So it will be with Ewan Rion, who played Ramsay Bolton in Game of Thrones. He is the most expensive photo op that I've had so far. He was £45. I'm just going to have a quick look at my photos. Yes, sorry about that. He is the most expensive one that I have that I've had so far. So good fun, nice guy, really sort of really fun to be around. Certainly not like his character in Game of Thrones. So cheers, Macca, for that. Wayne Deacon, best box battle you've ever done? All my box battles, I enjoy them all. The last one I did with UK Random with our Pop Rocks ones, that was a really cool one. Really enjoyed that. And I think I did beat him on value for that. I think only just, but I did beat him, I think. He'll probably tell me otherwise, but I think I did beat him. But yeah, I enjoy all my box battles that I do. I would like to do some more later in the year. So anyone out there would like to do a box battle with me, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. So Ollie Akers, favourite movie from 2021? Ooh, okay, so I didn't actually go to the cinema very much, even when the cinemas started opening again from COVID. So I didn't really go to the cinema a lot. I did, I think the only film I saw at the cinema was Black Widow. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed my Marvel films. And that's pretty much it, I would say. So I'm probably going to say Black Widow, only just, as I say, because I don't remember watching anything. I didn't go to see Spider-Man. I'm sure I would have really enjoyed that, but I'm going to wait for that to fall onto Disney Plus. And then watch that there. There are a few films I wanted to catch, again, like Spider-Man. I really want to see the new Resident Evil film. I know loads of people have said it's awful, but you know, it can't be any worse than the Paul W.S. Anderson ones. They were just shocking after about the second one. So it can't be any worse than that. So thank you, Ollie. So next question is from Jamie and the Random Stuff. Best bargain. The best bargain, I think, so from cost to valuation, I think it's going to have to be my Clark Griswold with the station wagon. I bought that from Pop Culture, sort of back end of last year. Obviously, you would have seen that on a previous video. I think I paid £20 and then £10 for the postage from Australia. And I think at the moment it's about £43, I think it's worth. So that's probably the best bargain that I've got at the moment. You know, obviously you do pick up the odd one or two. I'll tell you another one. In fact, I'll show you. That's not it. This. Talking of Resident Evil, it's, excuse the ring light glare, I'm trying to, so it's Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. It's pretty much immaculate in a hard stack. The reason for that is I paid £6 for this on eBay when I very first started collecting pops. I paid £6. It's in mint condition, and I believe it's now worth in the region of about 65 quid. So that's a really good bargain. I wasn't able to pick up any of the others, unfortunately, but I'm always on the lookout, and if I can grab them, then by all means I will do so. So that's probably one of the best bargains I've got. So cheers, Jamie. Jimmy Barnes. We know how much you love Las Vegas, but what was the worst holiday you've ever taken? The worst holiday I've ever had was in Turkey. Me and my wife went to, funny enough, we went to Turkey. That was 10 years ago. The whole holiday was just a complete farce from start to finish. We'd pay extra for like a sea view, but what they didn't tell us was that the sea view wasn't a part of the hotel. It was in like these little villas that were halfway up a hill, and you had to make your own way up this hill to get to the villas. And with my lung condition, everything going on with my health, that just wasn't an option. So that was the start of it. The air conditioning kept breaking down, got food poisoning, and the whole holiday was just a complete pile of shite. Probably, it most definitely was the worst holiday I've ever had. That was in the May, and then I went to Vegas in the November. Both holidays were a week, but it was such a massive contrast between obviously Turkey and Vegas. We've often talked about whether we would go back to Turkey or not. I don't know. It is relatively cheap there, but I don't know. It left a really nasty taste in my mouth, so I'm not sure whether that will be something that I will do again. But again, never say never. So cheers, Jimmy. Wayne Deacon, other than Elvis, what other animals do you have? So apart from Elvis, which you've all seen, I've also got a tortoise as well called Turbo. He is currently sitting in my fridge, which you can't see from the camera, but it's actually behind me on the floor. So he's hibernating at the moment. He'll be coming out of there probably within the next 4 weeks. So I have quite a big table downstairs which he lives in, sort of rest of the year. But yeah, he's currently in hibernation at the moment. So I've had him. I think he was only about a year old when we got him. So I think he's about 7 now. Ollie Akers again, best pop of all time. So again, so it's another difficult one. I don't really have a pop that I would say this is my favourite pop of all time. I suppose you could say my X-Files collection. It's probably my best 4 pops. They are probably my favourite of all time, those 4. Favourite TV show, X-Files. That was easy. Favourite movie. The best movie ever, and there'll be loads of people out there that are going to totally disagree with me. My favourite movie of all time is The Great Escape. That is just, wow, just blows you away. You look at all the stars that were in that film. If you tried to replicate that nowadays, you'd be looking at hundreds of millions of dollars to get that quality of actor to be and that amount of actors into that film. Steve McQueen was absolutely phenomenal in that, along with obviously Charles Bronson, Donald Pleasance, Richard Attenborough. It was just absolutely fantastic cast and a phenomenal film. Obviously, while I'm talking, there is a bit. I'm going to show you some of the clip of the film. So with the motorbike chase with Steve McQueen, absolutely fantastic film. So thank you, Ollie, again. So Wayne Deacon again. Would you rather have someone comment and watch 2 seconds of your video, or watch the whole video and not comment? Ooh, that's a difficult one. I would sooner have somebody watch my videos and comment, because watching 2 seconds of a video and making a comment on that is just futile. It's just not, especially when you get people who put videos up, they go live, within 30 seconds of that going live, somebody's put a comment on there saying, awesome video or great video, or, really enjoyed this. And the video's 30 minutes long and they've watched 2 minutes of it and then popped a thing up. I know there are a lot of bots out there which sort of attach and leave comments like that. So I would sooner someone watch all my video and not leave a comment than somebody who would watch 2 seconds of it and not leave a comment. So favourite swing song or favourite Rat Pack song? Mac the Knife. As I said in my previous video, that's pretty much one of my favourite songs of all time. So, that would be what that would be. Best joke ever. I'm not really one for telling jokes, but I do have one for you. Now, I will tell you this joke, and I know damn well that my wife will be listening, and I will hear her laughing, because she will just laugh every time I tell this joke. Right. Chicken goes into a pub. Sat at the bar with him is James Bond. The chicken gets on the stool, turns to James Bond and says, "What's your name, then?" James Bond says, "My name's Bond, James Bond." And he says, "What's your name?" He said, "My name's Ken, Chicken." Makes me laugh anyway. You probably find it and think it's the worst dad joke ever, but it does make me crack up, and I know the wife does love it. So okay, so cheers, Wayne. Jimmy Barnes, how long ago did you meet Mrs. Wayno, and will she ever appear on another of your videos? So this year, so we met on a blind date. We were set up on a blind date, and we have now been together since. So we were 2022. We got married in 2008. 2008. So been married for 14 years. 14 years in August, but we've been together for about 17 years. Whether she'd be in another video or not, she's quite shy. I was really surprised when she did that video, when I did obviously who you'd like to made into a Funko Pop with the music ones and all that. So I was quite surprised she did that, but she may well come and sit beside me in one of these videos, and we will see. But I wouldn't hold your breath. It's not something she's quite happy to be in front of the camera, not very often. Right, okay, so going back down the list. Okay, so I'm just trying to pull that down. There we go. So the last few questions I have are all from Wayne Deacon. So right, okay, so favourite episode of the X-Files. So there was an episode called Home, which was it was only ever shown in America once, I believe, and then taken off because it was quite controversial. So it was about a group of or this family who were inbred, and they kept their mother strapped to a board under the bed. Look it up on Google and read all about it. It's quite a lot for me to go into, and it's quite a disturbing storyline. But they'd rigged the house with traps and all sorts. I really enjoyed it because it was a really gritty and different type of X-File. So it wasn't anything to do with aliens or ghosts or monsters or anything like that. It was just a family, and it was really, really good. So that was my favourite episode of the X-Files. Favourite YouTuber outside the UK? I don't really watch a lot of American YouTubers. Top Hops I watch. because his approach to Funko hunting is quite refreshing and a little bit different. So I quite often watch a lot of his videos. Beard of Pop I've watched as well. Sharon's Pops and Plants. She's obviously one of my subscribers. She does some great videos. Justin Fireborn. There's loads of them, I suppose. Franchise Kicks. Occasionally I will watch his videos, but I'm not really one for flippers. So if it's something that comes up on on his description that I think might be worth a look at, then I will do so. There's all sorts. There's quite a few that I will look at and and watch. Favourite sport: football. I'm a massive football fan. Arsenal's my team, as I'm sure a lot of you already know. I used to go quite regularly. Used to go up to the Emirates. I used to go to Highbury quite a lot in my younger days. Met quite a few of the players during my time, sort of going up to watch the games and stuff like that. When I got married, got presented with a letter from Arsene Wenger, which we got given on our wedding day at the wedding reception. So that was really cool. What do you think about people who only watch 10 seconds of your video then comment? Obviously, that goes back to your previous question. As I say, I'd sooner sort of have somebody watch all of my video and not leave a comment, than somebody who would leave, watch 30 seconds and, or 2 seconds or whatever, and sort of call it a day. How many cons have you been to? So I've been to London Film and Comic Con 3 times. I've done 4 times, sorry. So I've done 1 summer, 2 spring and 1 winter. I've done Birmingham Collectomania. I've done that twice. They also did one in Brighton, which is just along the coast from me. So I did that one as well. I've done another local one in Worthing. That was quite a cool one. So I think that's probably around 6 that I've been to. I love them, and once things start changing, and as I say, I can start going, I'll be, happy to meet up with you guys. You're going along to them, you want to meet up, and do some stuff together, hang out and whatever. I'm more than happy to do that. It'd be really great to meet you all. Who's your favourite actor? Ooh, I would have to say it would be somebody like Robert De Niro. Frank Sinatra obviously was an actor as well, but living, I would have to say Robert De Niro. What got you into pops? My wife bought me my first pop. I think purely by accident, and it just sort of escalated from there. She'd bought me one, which was Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and then it sort of just, it's like she created a monster, really. I started off with Pop in a Box. Thought that would be a really good idea to start with, and quickly realised that how much of a bunch of money grabbing idiots them lot are. I know obviously a lot of people still like to use them, and that's fine. But yeah, I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole again. They've had 3 attempts from me, and failed on all 3. So, but yeah, it's just sort of YouTube, not YouTube, eBay. Going to pop hunts, stuff like that. Obviously the new companies that have sprouted over, sort of beginning of lockdown. Places like Pop Figures, Danny and Jazz. Obviously, we've got Funko Europe now, The Entertainer. So there's lots of places now where, you can get them, and, that have sort of escalated for my collecting. I hate to think how many I've got now, but I reckon I've got about at least 1,500 to 2,000 pops. I reckon, roughly. Pop you'd save in a fire. I'd have to grab my X-Files set. I know I keep harping on about it, but I think for sentimental reasons, they would be the 4 I would grab. But I would try and save as many as I possibly can. What upsets you most about YouTube? I don't think there's anything that really... There's lots of things that could be different about YouTube. So, you know, you can... I mean, it could well be you can do this and I'm just not clever enough or not realised how that you can do it. But, you know, when you subscribe to other people, they should be able to break them into categories. So you can look at certain categories and then pull up all the people that you subscribe to in that. Obviously, as a YouTuber... it would be nice to see, yes, you can see if people subscribe to you and who they are, but only if their accounts go live. And it would be really good to see of those who unfollow you as well, so that you can keep an eye on that as well. What job do? I work in a contact centre for a private healthcare company, quite a famous one. Obviously, won't say which one, but I work for them, have done for 6 years now. Quite enjoy my job. It's all right, pays the bills. I get to speak to some rather interesting people every day, so it's it's something I really enjoy doing. My oldest pop. So if it's oldest pop by how long I've had it, or whether the age of the actual pop itself, my oldest pop obviously is my Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. That was obviously the first pop I got. I think the oldest pop I have, just having a quick look, see if I can see. He says, just have interest, how was that one? I think it is it's my X-Files box, 4 X-Files ones again. I think they're the most oldest ones I've got, and I've got an original Disney Grumpy as well, which I think is round about that age as well. So that's pretty much that as well. And finally, how did you meet your wife? So as I said earlier, we met on a blind date. We've been pretty much inseparable ever since. So that was quite an interesting day. But yeah, one of the best things that ever happened to me, that was. So I'm eternally grateful to that person for obviously introducing us together. And I say we've been together ever since. So that's she puts up with me and my pops. She might moan about my pops which she does quite often, but it's a fantastic thing. So right, okay, well that's it. That's the Q&A. So thank you to each and every one of you who has submitted a question. I will obviously be doing the wheel of names, which I'll attach to the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed both parts of this. So obviously the first part, which I did have to get out a little bit late due to some family stuff, and also for this one, it's always great to sort of interact with you guys, and for you to learn a little bit about me. Some really awesome questions there, and I'm really pleased to be able to sort of give something back to you guys, and show you the love like you show the love to me as such. So that's it for this video. As I say, I will tag the giveaway on the end of this, and good luck to each and every one of you. And if you do win, if you can just reach out to me and just let me know your address details, and I can obviously get that out to you. That's not a problem at all. But thank you again for watching. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and until next time, Wayno out. Hi guys, and here is the wheel with all of your names on it. There were a couple of people who said not to put their names on, so I have taken them out. So there's 46 entries. So I'm just going to shuffle this 5 times and then we'll spin it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 for luck. Let's spin it. There we go, and the winner is not suitable for mum, so that is Jason. Thank you everyone again for your questions. It's been real fun sort of answering them, so I will speak to you all very, very soon. Take care everybody, bye bye.